Welcome, friends, once again to another great edition of Moments with Michael, where we just talk not only about events, we talk about the people who make the great events happen. Guest is someone who lives behind the scenes, but who shapes productions, things and parties to once in a lifetime productions. He's the founder of the Event Element, whose motto says, happiness begins at the event element. I welcome to the set my very dear friend and partner, Mr. Shaza Ali.
Mike, thanks for having me here today.
Welcome to the place where planning meets performance. Shaza, my question to you is, when did you first realize that event planning was not just about making things look beautiful, but creating memories for people that would live on?
So, growing up as a child, I grew up next to a mosque. So, by means, every event that the mosque would have, I would have been involved in it, from assisting with cleaning and preparing and everything. And from growing up from small to teenager and adulthood, it grew from just being involved to actually taking over and doing the events. And there's where I realized that I really like this and I want to get into it as a job, as a career.
Events management is a great skill. What would you say is the most underrated skill an events manager has to have?
It's something that you actually stands out for. Being able to help a bride fix her makeup, fix her hair, being able to thread a needle and sew something is something critical that every event planner should be able to do. Because, for instance, I've had situations where on the day of the wedding, a bride dress bursts out and there's nobody there to fix it. I go to my kit, pull out a needle and thread, and we stitch her up and we good to go. So being able to sew, fix a little makeup, lipstick, fix some hair is something that every event planner should master and learn a little bit about.
You know, that's interesting, Shazad, because sometimes, when we go to certain shows, you have the events manager or events planner there, and they just up and down doing stuff, but they don't extend themselves like you do. You look at the little things, you make sure the hair is fixed, they're all set for their photos, that everything is always in place, and that is something I always admire about you.
Right. So as you say, it comes, as you mentioned the word photos there, that is something that is going to be with you for years and generations to come. And you want those pictures when you look at it, a bride or a client or anybody must be looking perfect at all time and camera ready at all time. And as the event manager, it's not just about managing the lights and the other things. It's also about making sure that your client, the bride and whoever looks the part and looks good.
I agree. So Shazad, for you, is it people management, crisis control, or like I always see you, staying calm?
So it's a combination of all, because it's managing the people, managing the crisis, while staying calm so nobody knows what's happening.
Agreed.
So you could have a situation going on and you would look at me and or even my team and you would see nobody knows. But behind the curtain, the bride dress falling apart, somebody running late, but nobody needs to know, and that's why you hire me.
Great. And the thing is, sometimes it's the same thing with us when we are hired to perform. Sometimes we go prepared with an item, dance A. But when you look at the situation, you look at the crowd and the energy, and you have to switch. So it's the same thing that you're saying there. You have to always be calm, but yet maintain a very alert, present mind.
Yep.
What would you say is the one thing that clients don't see happening behind the scenes? I know earlier on you indicated about the dress falling apart or, maintaining a calm demeanor. But what would you say is that?
So it's something that I pride myself on, and it's something I cannot do an event without. It's my schedule. So clients will not see the preparation of that. They wouldn't see the logistics and the details and the conversations with the vendors. For instance, if I have a wedding and you all have to perform, the clients is not going to see me talking to Indira and organizing, okay, the girls are going to come for 4 o'clock, the performance is at 5:30, they need an hour and a half to get dressed. They wouldn't see that. But when they get a schedule, they will see that, okay, dancers arrive, 4 o'clock, escort to changing room, tray with drinks and appetizers, and dancers change, music, flash drive for DJ, and they will see, but they wouldn't see the actual conversation and all the logistics that go into creating that schedule.
You have been involved in events ever since I know. I mean, since Shiv Shakti has started and you came on the scene and all that. But what made you always choose us? Because I know every event that you have that requires a dance, a dancer, a presentation, or an escort, we are always your first choice. Why is that, Shazad?
It's difficult to answer that question because my only choice is Shiv Shakti. There's no if, but, maybe, it's Shiv Shakti. And if it's something, I know that you all can do anything I ask. And that versatility is what sets you all apart. And the fact that you all give me the creative capacity to lend my ideas and blend what I want to do and the vision that I have for the event is the reason why I would always choose you all to work. And the other reason is when people hear that name Shiv Shakti, they automatically assume it's going to be something grand. It's a production. They don't know what is coming, what is and that is something I want for my clients. I want them to be able to not know what they're going to get, but when they get it, they're in awe of the performance, and that is something you all do every single time.
Just to add to what you were saying, Shazad, it's always nice for me to work with you because you always call us requesting something different, something new. Michael, we need X, Y, and Z. Michael, no, I did that the last time. I don't want that. And the costume must be so and this and that. I love to work with you because you're adventurous, you're creative. And that for me is the plus in whenever we have to work with you because we are always ready, excited, and say, wow, let's do this, let's try this. You get into the creative aspect of what we could do. And for me, I love that.
I love that as well because I have the ideas. I know what I want, and you all give me the avenue to you all bring my ideas to life and bring what I want to life. And that is what I love about you all. That is what always wants for every event that I have, I want to do something different. I want to showcase different because there's so much things to do.
Yes.
There's that barrier of creativity that you all push, and that is something that I am encouraging and I want to do, not just with Shiv Shakti and performances, but even the way we produce our events from lighting to decor to song. We always try to push that barrier, and that is something you all do, and I appreciate that.
Yes, it's really exciting. Was it the energy, the versatility, or the skill that has ever saved any of our events before, Shazad?
It's a combination of all, and I will draw a reference to that. Last year, December, for Shiv Shakti's Christmas concert, I had a wedding at Hyatt Regency.
I remember that, yes.
And Indira was like, Shaz, we cannot do this. And I was like, no, you all are going to do it. I'm going to call Michael and it's going to happen. And the girls who were supposed to dance in that performance for me, they were a part of the opening dance for that show. And they did their opening performance. They left the show, changed in their vehicles, coming to Hyatt, running to Port of Spain Ballroom, danced, run out, and went back to the show. So that in itself speaks as to who and what Shiv Shakti is and why I always want them to work with me.
This is a big question, Shazad. When you are booking Shiv Shakti, which is what you always do, how do you decide on the costume, the music, the spacing that we're going to use? Because I know you're very, very detailed, especially when it comes to costuming and the type of music that you want and the ambience you want to create. Tell us about it.
So that goes back to the goal of my event and the feel and the look and the aesthetic of the event that I'm doing. So, for instance, recently I did a Hindu wedding where the girls dance, but I wanted the first dance to be something very regal and royal, and the second dance to be something a little bit festive. And that is what determines what um, the sound and the type of dance that they do. Now, with regards to the costuming, I choose that based on the setup for the wedding. So I will always want the dancers to pop and not look like a prop in the decor. Now, they have been live props for me at weddings in the past, but when they're dancing, I don't want them to be a prop. I want them to stand out. So if my wedding colors are yellow and orange and pink, I will tell Anastasia, Anna, I want this costume and I want that. And I want the backline dancers in this costume and the frontline dancers in this costume and I want this headpiece and I want this. And she will just put it together and
And
send
hold
it.
it right there, because I want my viewers to get this. Shazard is going to call my people. He has a special relationship with Anastasia, with Kerry, with Annalise, with Candice, and he will call all these girls behind my back. I want this costume and I want that color, and don't forget the wings, and don't forget the earrings. This man is so detailed, folks. You all will not believe. This man will remember when we did a dance 300 years ago and call and say, that costume that you all were wearing, so and so and so and so. And I will just see costumes passing through my apartment, costume bags just passing and passing. And I would be saying, but where is this going? Anastasia or Kerry would say, oh, Uncle Michael, no, don't worry now. Don't worry about the costumes. We pack it for you today. This time is a show that they have for Shazard. Because technically, I'm the person in charge of choreography and costume. So what he is saying is so true, because this man has a brain for my work that I myself, sometimes I forget an item and he will remind me what we did. Shazad, you're not easy.
I know you are the best, you make the best, and I showcase it.
Thank you. Weddings, especially, are such big events, right? How would you say storytelling? When you add storytelling to your theme, especially in dance, how important would you say that is?
So storytelling is a critical part of wedding and the theatrics of wedding because it's not just about the introduction, but it's the movements, it's the gestures, the facial reactions, the costuming, and all of that tell the story that I try to portray for my couple and for the event. And I will say that that is a talent that you all have that I could safely say that no other dance group could pull off. Because only Shiv Shakti could understand the story that I am trying to tell and what I am trying to portray and bring it to life. So storytelling is a critical part of events and production.
You know that client's response is important,
Mhm.
especially when you work with a couple or a family for a wedding, and you want to get their feedback. What feedback have you ever got from us, Shiv Shakti being a part of your team? And what would you say was one of the most memorable performances we've done for you? And also the most challenging?
So in terms of feedback, one of the feedback that will always be with me is, did I actually pay for that? Did I spend money on that? Like, was that how much I actually paid for it? And that was something that will stand out. And it adds to the question that you asked about a memorable performance. There are two performances. One was a wedding I did at Lakshmi Narayan where I called and I said, I want Radha and Krishna.
Yes, I remember that.
And I told him, I just want Radha and Krishna because the client wants this religious, she wants that feel of Radha and Krishna. And you created the Radha and Krishna entrance, which is now something that a lot of other brides are now booking for their weddings, but it was created for one of my weddings. And that client said to me, she was like, did I actually pay for that?
Wow.
Then the second dance that you all did for that wedding, the bride actually paid for 5 dancers. But there were 9 girls dancing in that wedding. And that is something that I appreciate because it gives my clients more value for what they're paying for, but it also gives you all the creative capacity to showcase what you all could do. And I can tell you there are many times that I pay for 3 girls and get 5, pay for 5 girls and get 7, and get what I want. And that is something that you could only get with Shiv Shakti.
So I'm going to ask you a question on the spot, Shazad, and look at me. Look at me. Right. You have such a fantastic relationship with all the girls in my group. Because I know I hear you all when you all are speaking sometimes when we're in a show, sometimes on the phone and so on. I want you to tell me today, who are your top 3 people and why?
That
See how
was
long?
difficult.
See how long he is taking to answer?
I love all of them. I
Mhm.
love all of them.
Oh, yes. Keep it
But
coming.
Anastasia Ramlal
Obviously, yes. That's your
is a
partner in
young
crime.
lady who has a very special place in my
Mm-hmm.
heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because working with Kurtek, I saw Anastasia from a little girl
She's still little. Yeah, but go ahead.
dancing into the young lady she is. And that is a young lady that has a very special place in my heart. So much so that for her wedding, I think I cried more than anybody.
I did see that. I
Right?
see that.
But she has a very special place in my heart. Um, Candice and Crystal are two persons who I love dearly
Mm-hmm.
because they give me encouragement, they support me, and they're there when I need someone to talk to. The third person, I really can't pick a third person, but if I have to, I really can't pick a third person.
Shazi, wait. Wait, hold on. I even make the top three?
Mike, you know I love you. You know you have a very
Oh, yeah. How did us do it? Oh, Shazard, yeah. Mike, I love you. That's the normal thing we tell you.
no, but I
Yeah.
love all of them, and I have a very special bond with each of the girls because I will talk to. I have a different relation with Annalise, with Ariel, with
Angeli, your next partner.
Angeli,
Mm-hmm.
Carrie. There are many different girls, and I have different relations with them, and not just the senior girls, but the junior girls as well, because the junior girls are coming to my shows now, which is something I am really
Yeah,
so
but Shaz,
happy
no,
about.
hold it.
I want my senior girls
I know.
coming to my
Okay.
show.
But do you remember, like 3/4 of last year, when we talk and we confirming shows and timelines and so on, you graciously say, Mike, Sam, you don't need to come, that's okay. You stay and rest now, and you have plenty other things to do. Anna and them will come and they will take care of everything for me.
Yes, because you had a wedding to see about last year, so you had no time to come to my
Don't try that.
show.
Don't try that at
You
all,
had no time
at all.
to come to my
No, it's
show.
the thickness and the care and what about the after show now? The after show is always there is be happy to have a show in the north. So there's somewhere on the avenue. Michael are doing that. There's somewhere in yeah, look. Don't talk about the Gulf City and the all over the place. So they're just happy that I am not there. However, partner, things change this year. Things change this year.
Well, you say that, and I will make my phone calls and do what I have to do and get what I want. But it goes to show, Michael, that it's not just about dancing and coming and performing.
That's true.
These girls are, and the group, and not just the girls, but the parents and Indira and everybody, people who I value. And when I see them anyway, it's always hi and hello and a big hug and a kiss and all of these things. And those are things that I value because I value personal relationships more than anything. And that is what I have. Every post that I post, I always say my Shiv Shakti family. It's never Shiv Shakti. It's always my Shiv Shakti family. And that is something that I hold dearly to me. All the girls, I love them. I love all of them. But the Shiv Shakti family is something I hold dear to my heart. Because I grew up watching Shiv Shakti on television, watching Mike's with Suzanne and Anita and Devani and the whole crew on television. And I feel like I want to work with them. They are the best. I want to be the best. And in order to be the best, I have to be with the best. And it manifested itself in that today I work with you all. And you all make my events look good and give a difference to my event. So that's why I will always choose Shiv Shakti over everybody.
Shazad, in closing, I just want to tell you thanks on behalf of myself and, as you said, the family of Shiv Shakti. It has been wonderful working with you. It's always great working with you. I know we have a full calendar of events this year, and I'm really excited to continue working with you to create, to touch people's lives, to make great, fantastic memories. Thank you for sharing moments with Michael with me, and hope to see you soon.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay, folks, on to my next podcast.